Gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
The coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence between the Denver Broncos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now, 180. 180, we're good. 180.
Now a play fake here on first down. To Connor on the check down. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 21-yard line. Watch it, you got nothing here. You got nothing. Hey, check 24.
Now, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll field this at the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Buccaneers. First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. From the gun, it's Carr. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On second down, here's Miller. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right there, in the middle, 55. Drop deep, drop deep.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Here's Connor. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. It's Williams. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Sterling Shepard. His 11th touchdown of the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, let's get this.
Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
He's coming. He's coming.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in control.
And how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone will pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
We're good. 180.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
They'll run for it with Connor. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. First down, Bridgewater. Setting up the screen for Miller. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Bridgewater. Open man here is Scott, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bridgewater now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll run it again with Miller, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Let's go! Henry! Right there, come on! Check, 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 check. Say.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater is going to have the hook up to Scott. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Scott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's a loss of 2 yards.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On on the carry. This is Scott. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Bam. Go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. The open man is Westbrook. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Go.
Now Morgan operating from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Morgan. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Watch the screen. Watch twist. Check 31.
They hand off to their big tight end, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Broncos get a bit closer. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and they converted a second time for 6 points.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Down. 180.
50. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 yards.
Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch twist. Switch.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Lamar Miller, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. He finds an opening past the 40. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 65 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To throw his car. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw, it's Carr. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
This one fielded at the 5. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
53 is the mic.
Watch the slide.
To throw is Morgan. Throwing on 1st down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
This pass finds its way to Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Throwing now is Carr. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Sterling Shepard with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Back and go full strength. 6-6, pull it high. Hurry, hurry, fight.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Morgan on first and 10. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. No gain there on the completion, second and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Second and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To try again after the sack. Carr, he's going to air one out. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Carr. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Broncos.
Ready? 60 outlaw. 56.
Here's Morgan on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 15. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now. Right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Looking for Shepard deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Brandon, these quarterbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
Hey, team six.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Antonio Callaway. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Rock it.
Morgan now, throwing again. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa.